It got cool out there. And you know what that means? It took way too long. Take climate change seriously, people. But it means it's time to break out the sweaters. I live in Florida, so it took even longer than everyone else, but I think we're finally there. We can finally put on our sweaters because it is a nice, cool 68 degrees outside. I remember growing up not in Florida and wearing shorts when it was 68 degrees. I'm trapped in this godforsaken state, please get me out of here. But if you're from a particular generation, there's a particular style of sweatshirt that you will probably be wearing. And I am no exception. The hoodie. The hooded sweatshirt that was invented after someone asked the question, what if a sweatshirt with a hood? What if a sweatshirt was invented that could show the world that you were cold on the outside and the inside? The true hero is the one who took the pullover static factory hoodies and cut a nice line down the middle. Zipper hoodies are the way to go, y'all. And with the hoodies coming out, the hands are going in. It's time for Hoodie Hands. Leading paleontologists describe the phenomena of hoodie hands as the social ritual performed when behooded humans feel the need to place their hands into the pockets of their hooded sweatshirts. The leading cause is believed to be a drop in average temperature, but the study is still ongoing. Who needs gloves when you got hoodie hands? My hands lived in my hoodies growing up. Hoodies took off in the 90s, but I don't think there was a better time for the hoodie than in the 2000s. I was born in the mid-90s, but I came of age in the 2000s. I was basically raised in the 2000s. And if you were born in the 90s, you probably were too. Stop claiming to be a 90s kid. Just accept the fact that you were raised during the slimy, problematic Bush era. That could be a great testament to your character if you were raised in that era and came out on the other side a decent person. But I think the 2000s were the peak time for hoodie hands because there were so many reasons you could have them. No matter what clique or scene or group you gravitated towards, there was a reason to have hoodie hands. You could be on your way to the mall to grind a few handrails and rearrange the Tickle Me Elmos at KB Toys to make them look like they're f***ing each other. You could have hoodie hands with your hood up because life is hard on the streets of these suburbs, but you're determined to drop your mixtape and make it big to escape this hard life of allowances and Cheesecake Factory. You could have hoodie hands with your head down because no one understands you except My Chemical Romance and Tim Burton. You could be attempting to emulate the artwork of your favorite album, Start Something by Lost Prophets, and then immediately stopping as soon as you learn about the horrifying things their lead singer did. You could be a guy with a very low cold tolerance who still keeps his hoodie unzipped in 20-degree weather and tries to act unfazed despite his balls taking refuge into his kidneys at this point because masculine stereotypes are very important to him, so he'd rather die of hypothermia than be caught wearing 3 layers like a But hoodie hands are still acceptable. You could have hoodie hands because you're going incognito in your slickest hoodie looking for the slickest surface to bust out a random backspin upon to prove to everyone that you're a b-boy when there's no DDR machine around to prove it, and then immediately leaving the area. They don't have to know that you don't know any other moves. You could have hoodie hands because your jeans were just too damn tight to fit your hands into. You could be a girl wearing her big-ass boyfriend's big-ass hoodie, just being completely engulfed by it, to the point where people would joke that it looks like you have an eating disorder because it was the 2000s and we all thought that was funny for some reason. You could have hoodie hands because you're secretly practicing your puppeteering skills because Avenue Q changed your life. You could have hoodie hands because your iPod is in your pocket and you're secretly listening to it with your hood up during class, and that's how you missed the lesson on European fascism, and that's how we got here. You could be using your hoodie pocket as a makeshift sling after breaking your wrist because your Heelys hit a crack on the sidewalk and you don't want your mom to know because she didn't want to give them to you as a Christmas present in the first place because she thought they were dangerous, but you really wanted those bulky ass shoes and there has to be one instance where she's wrong about something, goddammit. You could have swirling social anxiety which left you unsure about what to do with your hands, so your hoodie pockets became your hand hammocks. That was probably the case for me. You can't have the problem of not knowing what to do with your hands if they're always being eaten by a sweatshirt. So no matter where you landed on the social spectrum, no matter what scenes you gravitated towards, or you were like me and didn't really have one so you just made friends wherever, you had a reason growing up in the 2000s to have hoodie hands. And I bet you still do today. Was this video a stretch? Probably. But I hope you enjoyed it.